I think we'll begin. So, namaste everybody. Thank you so much for joining. As always, please practice according to your condition. This is a Dharma 2 class, so it's advanced beginners, so there's modifications and variations according to your comfort level. Okay, so let's begin. Let's sit up tall and straight. Close the eyes. Bring the attention inward. Nothing to do, nothing to seek. Everything we need is already within. Begin with the sound of Om 3 times to attract divine attention. Imagine you are everywhere. Fix your mind on God alone. Rest your thoughts in God alone. And in God you will live hereafter. Of this there is no doubt. May all beings everywhere be happy and free from suffering, and enjoy this practice through our senses. May we acquire a strong desire for liberation from pain and suffering, and may we cherish no ill feelings against each other. Only peace, love, joy, and compassion. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Now let's begin. Come to standing. So we'll start off with breathing for inner healing, and may all beings enjoy the benefits of the healing through our bodies, be nourished through our senses. Stand with your feet about 10 inches apart and bring your hands in front of the body, the wrists the height of the shoulders. From the heart center, inhale up to the crown, draw the healing energy up there. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Holding the healing energy at the crown. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Exhale, expel all the impurities out through the arms. Imagine them draining out of the arms like water out of a tap. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Again, inhale from the heart up to the crown. Pull the healing energy right up there, attract it there through your attention. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Holding at the crown, make it available to all beings everywhere. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Again, exhale out even more of the impurities out of the arms. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Last time, inhale from the heart up to the crown. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Hold the attention at the crown. Imagine all beings tapping into that healing energy. Exhale out through the arms. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And release the arms down. Good. So let's just do a few exercises just to prepare the body for the practice. Pretend you're the witness watching the body move all by itself. Just start to swing from side to side. Allow the arms to just slap the body in which way. And then bring your hands onto the hips and then start to circle the head. Make large circles as you can. Feeling as though the head were very heavy, rolling around its pivot points at the top of the neck. And switch the direction of rotation. Try to see the floor in all directions as you take the head around. Good. Now bring your arms up over the head, take hold of the opposite elbows, and then bend to your left. Come up and go to the right. And then to the left again. And then to the right. Come back to the center and just left hand on the left hip, and then just start to swing the right arm forward. And then backwards for 4. Forward again. And back. And then the other arm, left arm, circle it forward. And then circle it backwards. And forward again. And back. And then just shake out the wrists, move the fingers very, very rapidly as though we had no control over the hands. And then up and down. Good. And now let's come to the top of the mat. Bring the hands to the heart center, close the eyes, remember to offer up all the fruits of the practice. Imagine this as your divine duty to all beings everywhere. So let's try to move together like a school of fish, or imagine you're moving together as like a school of fish. Raise your arms up over the head, arch back. Bring the hands down to the ground. Bend your knees if you need to bring your hands flat on the ground, chest on the thighs. Bring the right foot back, lower the knee down, sink down to the seat. Lift the head. Come into high plank here. Lower down the knees, chest and forehead to the ground. Slide forward into the Cobra. Roll the shoulders all the way back. Take the seat all the way back behind the heels. And then glide forward again. Brush the nose to the ground to come forward. Pull yourself forward. Again, open up the chest. Bring the head all the way back. One more time. Bring the seat all the way back behind the heels. And then glide forward between your arms smoothly. Like a snake creeping through the grass. Raise the head, peer out at the world. Then roll over your toes back into downward facing dog. Right foot steps forward to the hand. Sink down to the seat. If it's difficult, you can lower the knee, and you can use your right hand to step the foot forward if it doesn't make it all the way to the hands. Then bring the feet back together, chest on the thighs, head down. Come right up to standing, reach up and back, hips forward. Bring the hands back to the heart, coming back to Pranayama. Raise your arms again over the head. Reach, stretch the whole front of the body. Fold down gracefully, hands on the ground. Again, bend your knees as much as you need to make the connection. Left foot back, lower the knee down, sink down to the seat, drop the seat right down towards the front heel. Then come back into high plank, lower the knees, chest and forehead down. Again, tug with your hands, pull in the backward sense as you pull the chest forward and up. Then bring the seat all the way back behind the heels. Glide forward again between the arms. Try to lengthen the whole front of the body. Bring the head up. Open up the throat. Open up the chest. All the way back again. Bring the seat all the way back and glide forward between the arms. And then roll over your toes back into downward facing dog. Lift the seat up and back. Now the left foot steps forward. Sink down to the seat. Looking up. Good. Then the feet come together. Chest on the thighs. Head down. Come right up to standing, reach up and back. And bring the hands back to the heart. Good. Let's do one more, a little bit more quickly. Reach the arms up, Surya Namaskara. Bring your arms down, hands to the ground. Bow to the legs as though in humbleness. Right foot back, lower the knee down, sink down to the seat. Come back into high plank. Then lower down the knees, chest, forehead. Glide forward and through into the Cobra. Shoulders back. Back into downward facing dog. Stay in downward facing dog here for a moment. Just allow just bounce a little bit. Try to get your chest to come down a little bit more to the ground. The head falls below the arms. If you can touch your head to the top of to the floor. Push the seat back. Good. Now from here, look to the hands. Bring the right foot forward. Lower the knee. Sink down to the seat. Gaze up. As though in divine surrender to God. I bring the feet back together, chest on the thighs, head down. Chest on the thighs. Come all the way up to standing, reach up and back. Return home, hands to the heart. And again, raise your arms up over the head. Come forward and down. Uttanasana. Left foot back, sink down to the seat. Come into high plank. Lower down the knees, chest and forehead. Glide forward into the Cobra. Stay here. Now from here, bend the toes under, press your hip, bounce your hips a little bit forward between your hands. You can press through the roots of your toes. And here, if you feel comfortable, you can just start to bend back a little bit. Flex the spine. Good. Try to get your shoulders back. Imagine you're folding your body in half at the tops of the hips. Good. Now roll over your toes back into downward facing dog. Again, here, bounce the chest a couple of times. And then just try to make like a dog, loyal to its master, demonstrate the loyalty of the dog. And look to the hands, left foot forward. Step the foot between the hands, sink down to the seat. Good. And then bring the feet back together, Uttanasana, chest on the thighs, head down again. Come right up to standing, reach up and back. And bring the hands back to the heart. Take pause here for a moment. Breathe in from the heart up to the space between the eyebrows. Exhale, breathe back down to the heart. Remain fully connected with God and with all beings. Keep on doing this practice as though it were your divine duty to all. Shiva Namaskara. Salutation to Shiva. May Shiva protect us and guide us through the practice. Let's go. Raise your arms up over the head. Reach up and back. Fold forward. Uttanasana. Now take pause here a moment. Bend your knees. You can bring your chest on your thighs. You can take any variation you like. Perhaps you can hold your opposite elbows and slide them down the backs of your legs. If you're more flexible, you try to push your body into your legs and straighten your legs as much as you can. Try to keep your chest with your thighs. Imagine your chest coming below the knees. Keep sliding your arms further down. You can press your hands against the ankles too. It's another variation. Now bring your hands down, bring the right foot back. Lower the knee down, sink down to the seat. Bring your arms up, take hold of the opposite elbows, and then push your head back into your arms. Lean away from the front leg. If this is too much, you can take your hands to the front knee and press against your knee as you straighten your arms and bring your body back away from the legs. Allow the shoulders to relax. Allow your heart to open, allow the head to fall back. Keep your seat all the way forward, curl the tail under. Good. Inhale, rise up a little bit further with the chest. And then come back. Press into the front knee, come upright. Slide your left foot in so your legs are like a box. Bend the toes under and the back foot. Extend your arms out to the side and then come down with your left hand. On the inside of the foot, raise the right arm up, Suka Chicanasana. Try to press the left shoulder into the left knee and pull the right arm all the way back. Good. If you like here, if you can take the bind. You just slip your left shoulder in a little bit and down. So you can take your left arm all the way underneath the leg. The right arm can go over the back and you can hold the right wrist with your left hand. And try to get the right shoulder back up. This is just an option. If you know the variation, go ahead into it. Good. And then from here, release. Bring the hands back in front. Come into plank. Ashtanga Namaskar. Knees, chest, forehead down. And slide right through into the Cobra. Shoulders back, neck long. Back into Adho Mukha Savasana, down facing dog. Now bring the right foot between the hands. Lower the knee, sink down to the seat. Raise your arms again. Take hold of the opposite elbows and push your head back into the arms again. Pull the body further back the hips as you inhale. Exhale, drop your seat right down close to the front heel. Again, the option or modification, just take your hands to the front knee and pull yourself back away from the leg. Allow the shoulders to relax, melt into the hips. Good. Curve the spine. Try not to make any sharp folds in the lower back or the back of the neck. That's it. Take other variations as you know. And then pull yourself back up. Come more upright. Right foot comes in, left toes bend under. Turn to your left arms out to the side and bring the right hand down. Left arm up. Suka Chicanasana. Push against that right knee. Left arm goes back. And again, you can take the bind if you like. Slide your shoulder down. Take your right arm all the way underneath the leg and hold your left wrist, or you can lock your fingers together. Chest fully open to the side. Every movement, every pose an offering. Nice, beautiful. And then break the pose. Come back into high plank. Lower down, Ashtanga Namaskar, knees, chest, forehead down. Glide through into the Cobra. Back into Adho Mukha Savasana. Take a deep breath in here. Exhale, soften through the heart. Again, be like the dog. Imagine you're stretching its back just like a dog does. Try to imitate the dog in all ways possible, in every level. Mentally, physically, even emotionally. Now bring the left foot forward to the hands, back foot flat. Virabadrasana 1. Come up strong and mighty like the warrior. Bring your arms up over the head. You can either keep your hands apart if you want. You can either bring your hands together like the tips of a sword. Allow your head to go back. Express the devotion of the warrior. The warriors always loyal to the people that they protect. Embody that loyalty and that courage. That's it. Sink down through the seat. Good. Now stay strong as you go into Warrior 2. If you can lengthen your stance a little, go a little bit lower. Try to get your knee over the toes. Stay strong and long. Look over the front hand. Nice. Then from here, Kanasana, you can either take your forearm to your thigh, rest on your thigh, and right arm goes over the head. If you can bring your left hand down to the ground and stretch it out. Curl the left side of the seat under, straight line from the back foot all the way to the hand. Make sure your hip is not jutting up. Flatten it out, so sink your hip down, your right hip. Look up to the hand above you. Nice long energy, line of energy from the foot all the way to the hand. Beautiful. Any variations you know, go ahead. If you want to take a bind, you can always go ahead to do that if you know. That's it. Beautiful. And now break the pose. Looking forward, bring the right hand down, bring the right knee down. Come back upright again, adjust your feet so your legs look like a box. Bend the toes under on the back foot. Raise the right arm up and ankle the toe and the knee towards the right. Take the arm to the outside of the leg. So the armpit is sitting on the outside of the knee, and you press your left hand into right, or you can form a fist and press into your hand. Now you try to push the left hand down to right, pull the belly up over the thigh, and roll the left shoulder all the way back. Take your left hip back, the head forward as you inhale, lengthen your spine, exhale, turn a little bit more. You want to eventually look like your chest and your face are turned straight up, shoulders the same height from the ground. Now from here, there's an option here if you want to come into bound, revolve, triangle, a variation of a little variation here, so you can bend the toes under if they're not already. Lift the back knee and spin on your feet so you're facing the long edge of the mat. Keep your hands as they are on the outside of the knee and just look over your left shoulder. Try to straighten out your left leg, eventually your right leg, and then maybe your left leg. That's it. Beautiful. And now from here, look forward again, turn your left foot forward if it was turned, and bring the right knee down. Bring the hands down on the ground on the inside of the left foot. Scoot your left foot out to the long side of the mat. And then from here, bring the knee up off the ground on the back leg and just push back and forth a few times, trying to get your hips to sink down. And here, push one more time through the back foot, lower the back knee and the toes down on the ground, fall to the right. See if you can get the right forearm down and roll back to your left. Try to get your left forearm down. If you can't, if it doesn't go, then just stay on your hands. Just keep concentrating on getting your hips to come down. So imagine you have weights in your hip pockets pulling you down, and keep telescoping your chest forward. Now fix your gaze, be like a lizard, just sunning itself on the warm earth. In every pose, we try to find the divine qualities the divine, all the ways that God's grace and beauty manifests in the pose, in the being. And then we're going to come back onto the hands, make our way back into high plank. Lower down, Ashtanga Namaskara, knees, chest, forehead down. Glide once again between your hands. If you like here, you can do upward facing dog, or you can stay with your Cobra, your choice. If you're doing the upward facing dog, your hips and knees up off the ground, and point your nose up, make like you're howling at the moon like a dog. Roll over your toes back into Adho Mukha Svanasana again. Breathe in here, breathe out on the hand. Just let go of all tension, all struggles. Right foot steps forward between the hands, back foot flat. Come up again, Virabadrasana 1. Straight line from the base of the spine right up to the fingertips. Either hands separated or hands together. Allow your head to fall back. With this pose, say, I am yours to do your service. Embody the courage of the warrior. That's it. Hips and shoulders square. Now into Virabhadrasana 2. See if you can sink a little bit deeper into hips if your hips allow. Try to have your knee over the toes, perhaps. Lengthen your line. Make sure your knee's not popping inwards. Just keep it over the back, over the heel. And then from here, Kanasana, again, you can take your forearm onto your right thigh and reach your left arm over, or if you can, if you have the flexibility, you can take the right hand right down on the inside of the foot. Now keep pulling the left arm way over the head and turn upwards your chest. Curl the right side of the feet under to allow yourself the movement to twist a little bit deeper. Take your variations as you like. You can take a bind or a half bind. That's it. Pull your top shoulder back a little bit more. And then from here, we're going to come down with the hands on the ground, lower the back knee down. Slide your right foot in a little bit. Parivita Suka Chicanasana. Bend the toes under the back foot. The legs are like a box. Left arm up. And I'll do it this way. So you ankle the toe and the knee towards the left, so you can get the left arm down to the outside of the leg. Right hand pushes into your left, and raise the body up, the belly higher than the thigh, and slowly start to turn towards the ceiling, towards the right. Try to look like you're lying on the back. Take the right shoulder all the way back. The center of the chest coming right behind your thumbs. And again, if you want to try that bound triangle variation, you can. Bend the toes under back foot, lift the back knee, and spin your feet around facing the long edge of the mat. Your head stays down. You try to get your left leg straight. Eventually, maybe the right leg straightens as well. Look beyond your shoulder. Then from here, we're going to separate the hands, bring them back to the ground, hips and shoulders forward. Just rock back and forth a few times. The foot's moving out to the right foot. So coming to the edge of the mat, and with each time you pass back and forth, try to sink your hips a little bit more. And then press back through the left foot one more time, lower the knee, flatten out the toes. Fall to your left. Try to get your front of the left hip to anchor down. Maybe the forearm comes down as well. Roll to the right, see if you can get the right forearm down. And keep on telescoping your chest forward. The further forward you lengthen, the more the body comes down closer to the ground. If you're very flexible, you might be able to eventually bring your chest on the ground. So if you anchor down through the hips, eventually the pelvis will come down, and then the belly, and then the chest. Make like a lizard. Good. Fix your gaze like a lizard that doesn't blink. Beautiful. Knees still stays close to the shoulder. And then from here, make your way back onto your hands. If you're in the forms, come back into plank. Knees, chest, forehead down. Now glide forward into the Cobra. Shoulders back, telescope the neck out of the shoulders. If you like, again, upward facing dog. You can lift your hips and knees up off the ground. And stretch the whole front of the body. Lose yourself in the sensations. Imagine all beings experiencing this through your body. Then roll over your toes back into Adho Mukha Svanasana. Breathe in. Exhale again. Melt out all the tension away from the body. Bring the left foot forward, lower the knee down, sink down to the seat. Once again, Kapiasana. This time, if you like, you can bring your hands overhead, join hands together in Kali Mudra, the mudra that represents fierceness and fearlessness. Rock the shoulders back and forth a few times. Try to pull the arms further out of the body, further out of the hips with your arms. And then open up your chest up to the sky. Make a crescent shape with your moon, crescent shape moon with your body. And then bring it back down. Come back into high plank. All the transitions graceful. Knees, chest, forehead down. Glide through between your arms. Cobra or upward facing dog. And then right back into downward facing dog. Feel like a shapeshifter moving between the forms effortlessly. One form just melting into the other. Lower the seats again. Kapiasana with the right foot in front. Bring the arms back over the head. Open yourself up, radiate your inner light, just like the moon radiates the light of the moon, the light of the sun. Lift up through the chest. That's it. Pull the body out of the hips. Good. Break the pose. Bring the hands back down and just bring the left foot in to meet the right. Again, Uttanasana. Bend your knees as much as you need to bring your chest on your thighs. And then so you can push your legs against your body against the legs to straighten them out a little bit more. Imagine trying to get your chest below the knees. You can take, again, any variation you like. Just press your hands against the heels or overhead even if you like. So whatever pleases you. And then release. Come all the way back up. Bring your arms up over the head. Hasta Uttanasana. Bring your hips forward, arch back. Engage your buttocks and your upper back to support you in the movement. And coming back up, bring the hands back to the heart. Once again, from the heart, inhale up to the space between the eyebrows. Exhale back down to the heart. Remain established in compassion towards all beings. Keep on connecting with God through all these forms. And release. So here we're going to try balance pose. Let's try tree pose. So press down through your left foot, bring your right foot up. Now if you like, if you have a lotus, you can do your lotus if you like. You can bring your knee up to your shoulder and press your foot against the hip crease and lower the knee down. If you know that version, go ahead. Otherwise, press the foot against the inseam of the leg, somewhere just not against the knee itself, either below or above. Then bring your hands in front of the heart. You can either stay here, gazing down the tip of your nose, or if you like, just imagine the branches of the tree. Reach your arms up, and then you can take your arms into whatever position that represents, that looks like the branches in your image, in your mind. And just imagine you're soaking up the warmth and light of the sun. Imagine it as the love and the wisdom of God. Make yourself even more resplendent in your offerings. Good. Reach up even higher. And then come back home. Bring the hands back down and step the foot back down. Take a moment to just anchor yourself down through the right foot. Spread the toes to represent the roots of the tree. and then take your other foot up. So to keep your balance, you want to press the base of the toes, the toe pads and heels firmly into your inner thigh. If you're having trouble bouncing, just keep your toes on the ground and then come up. No matter what happens, even if you fall out of the pose, remain undisturbed, unjudging. Just be like the witness, just watching it all. Again, you can open up your arms a little bit more to look like that tree with its branches outstretched. Offer yourself up to all beings, just like a tree offers up so much to all. The fruits, the shade, the oxygen, everything. Grow taller still, rise up. And then release. Bring your hands back down and bring your feet back down. So from here, Uttanasana. I would move maybe to the front of the mat if you like. So from here, bring your, I like to start in chair pose, like in low chair. So pull your seat back about the line of the knees. Bring your arms forward and then peel your body up off the thighs. Look up, scoop out the lower, the back, so it looks so it's nice and curved, and not big fold across the lower back. Look up between the hands. Now be very fierce. This is called fierce pose. Have the fierce determination to stay in a pose without changing your mindset. The temperament doesn't change. Lower the seat, generate a little bit more heat. Squeeze the thighs together, work hard. And press all the way up. From here, swan dive down. Bring your hands in front of your feet. Walk your feet out and then come into a squat here. So now we're going to bring our hands together. So press your upper arms against the inner thighs, your wrists about the height of the elbows, and then place your hands down. Kakasana, crow pose. So roll your weight forward from the base, the heels of your palms to the base of the fingers to the finger pads, and then press up off the heels. Straighten your arms as you lift your heels. You can come back up and down, rock back and forth, come up onto your toes. Your head is higher than your seat. You're squeezing the shoulders by the knees by the shoulders. If you feel comfortable, keep pressing your legs against the inner, outer arms against the inner legs, and flick your toes up. And then you're in an arm balance, Kakasana. If you feel more comfortable with your toes on the ground, you can do that. So go ahead, hold your breath, and sometimes it helps too. That's the idea. Bend your toes, flex your toes. That's the idea. And try to lift up through the crown. Lift up off your heels and really squeeze the legs against the arms and vice versa. Good. Nice. And then lower back down. From here, walk your knees back. Come into child's pose with your arms extended in front. Breathe in. Breathe out. Soften everything. Remove all fatigue. Even in your rest poses, offer those up. For the practice is an ideal balance between strength and drive and effort, but softness and surrender as well. We need all of it. And then roll your way up to seated position. Now from here you can keep sitting on your heels, or if you're comfortable to sit between your heels, you can do this as well. So whatever's more comfortable for you, and bring the right arm up. And have the eye of the elbow facing back. So you have to turn the arm inward a little bit. Use the left hand to guide the elbow up higher and further back behind the head. Then bend the arms so that the fingers come between the shoulder blades. Inhale, push the elbow up further. Exhale, push it further back. The fingers travel further down your back. And then if you can take your left arm up the back and join your hands together. Push into the back of the heart. Inhale again, look up as all an offering. Exhale, sink the shoulders down, sink down to the seat without dropping your body back into your hips. Stay upright. Keep tugging on your hands so that the hands come further down. Be mindful in your practice. Don't go to a place of pain or anxiety. This is not what you want to transmit. So you want to try to feel good so that all beings feel good through your experience. Then tuck your chin in, bring the right elbow down and release. Shake out your shoulders a little bit. And then try it on the other side. Left arm comes up, spin the arm bone in a little bit, the eye of the elbow facing back. Use your right hand to guide the elbow up higher over the head and further back behind the head. The hands, the fingertips come between your shoulder blades, and if you like, reach around with your right hand up the back and take hold of the hand. Now, tug on the hands, pull them down as you inhale. Keep rising up. Push the lower back in, lift the chest, exhale, sink the shoulders down, re-ground through the seat. Again, make sure you don't fall into your hips. Okay, stay upright. Make sure you don't start to slouch. Stay tall and supreme. That's it. Good. Shoulders down, away from the ears. Eventually, every pose, it comes with ease when you try to put yourself in the body of what you're representing. And tuck your chin in, bring your left elbow down and release. Again, shake out the shoulders a little bit. Next pose, Shavasana, headstand. So if you have a headstand practice and you know how to get into it, go ahead. Otherwise, there's some different options that you can do. So for instance, you can take hold of your opposite elbows here. Make sure that you can hold your elbows easily. Don't move your elbows. Move your hands in front, interlace your fingers, and place your head between your palms. Then lift up your seat, walk your feet towards your elbows. And here you can just push into the forearms and lift your heels up and down. If you feel more comfortable, you can bring one leg all the way back. Try to get your knee up high and your foot hangs towards the floor, nice and heavy, like a fruit dangling from a tree. And from here, if you feel comfortable, push into the forearms, hold your breath, squeeze your palms, heels your palms against your head, and so you can flick your right toes up. Okay, so there's that option, or you can come into your teddy bear. Tripod. Okay, so you can always use a wall if you need to. Good, beautiful. Make sure your hands are not too close to the head. Your hands should be like right angle and in front of you so you can see them clearly. Good, everybody, nice. Stay active through the feet. Flex the toes so that keeps you in the right alignment. That's it. And then release, come back down, relax, breathe in, and breathe out, soften. Now we're going to slide your arms forward, and from here you're going to glide all the way forward into your Cobra, just as we did before. Creep through the grass like a snake, moving through creep along the floor like a grass, sliding through the grass. Lift the head, bring it all the way back. Roll over your toes back into Uttanasana. Then lift your heels, bend your knees, look between your hands, and then jump forward. Place your feet where your hands are. Coming into a little bit of a chair. You can walk there as well if you don't want to jump. It's all good. That's it. And then from here, just for a challenge, if you like, you can lift your heels. Your wrists are loose, fingers dangling down. Stay on the roots of your toes, concentrate. Shoulders come back. Imagine you're sliding down a wall now. Lower down. And when your seat is pretty much on your heels, tuck your chin in, bring your seat down, push into your arms and send your feet over your head. Roll right into Halasana. Then bring your hands onto your mid-back. Try to get your elbows to come close to one another. And then raise your legs up if you feel comfortable. Coming to shoulder stand, Shavasana. If you need to have your legs at an angle, if you can't get your legs all the way up, that's okay. Just again, do according to your condition. That's it. Try to press your hips forward. Try to have your toes in line with your chin eventually. Bring your elbows right behind your back as much as you can. And once you find your way there, close your eyes. Bring your attention to the space between the eyebrows. Try to fix your attention on the space between the eyebrows, a seat of divine perception. Good. Stay still. Leave the body alone. Now slowly hinge at the hips. Bring your feet back down behind your head for Halasana. If your feet don't touch all the way down, you can see if you can gently push on your back. Don't force, don't go too hard, of course. And then if your feet can come down, great. If not, still perfect. Just as long as you are in a state of steadiness and comfort. And then maybe if you like, you can also bring your thighs against your chest and your knees on either side of the head. If your feet come all the way down, you can bring your hands on the ground behind your back as well. Or if not, keep your hands on your back. Still try to concentrate on the space between the eyebrows. Nothing to do, nowhere to go but deeper within. Now listen carefully, we're going to come into boat pose. So we're going to try to come into boat pose without touching your feet to the ground in between. Place your hands behind the back, palms down, and slowly, gracefully, no big fast hard landings, no big jerky motions. Allow your legs to come back down, and once the seat comes back, it finds the ground, push into your arms and come up, bring your chest up into boat pose. You can keep your knees bent with your shins parallel to the ground. If you can also straighten your legs. Bring your arms out beside your legs, parallel to one another. Lift the chest, look over your toes. And now breathe very fast and nose like a sniffing dog. Resume normal breathing, cross your shins. So this is an option. You can pull your heels right against the bottom of the seat, roll onto your back, tuck your chin, but then you have to pull on your feet so you can get your knees down. Now, once your knees come down, you can press into your elbows, lift your chest up, and bring the top of the head down. If this is inaccessible, you just place your hands underneath your seat and do a normal fish with your legs extended. You still bring your chest up and the top of the head comes down if you can. Find your way into the fish, your variation. Lift the chest as high as you can. Imagine trying to beam love out of your heart. And now again, breathe very fast in the nose. And release. Bring your legs back, lie down on your back and just take a deep breath in. Exhale. Imagine you're fainting, let go of all fatigue. Relax. Bring your arms up over the head, come up to seated position. Uttanasana. So you can, if you have tight hamstrings, keep your legs bent. Raise your arms up and hinge forward. Rest your belly on your thighs. Take hold of the edges of the feet, or You can also take hold of your opposite elbows underneath your legs. Then slide your feet forward bit by bit, if you can. And keep your body with your legs as you come forward and down with your forward and down. Imagine trying to get your chest to go beyond the knees. Imagine the top of the head reaching the front of the feet. All the attention at the base of the spine. Concentrate there, and perhaps you feel the blood rushing in that area and washing that area. Feel a little pulsation there. Use your imagination to picture great, amazing things happening. Good. One more breath. So you can telescope the chest further forward. And then pour more weight into your legs. Allow the weight of the body to just release the hamstrings even more. And then coming back up. Good. Place your hands behind your back, fingers facing away, slide your feet in, bench pose. Throw your hips up, the chest comes up high on your shoulders if you can, allow the head to drop back, and Vastrika breath again, breathe very fast. Tuck your chin in and lower your seat back down. Now extend your left leg forward and bring the right foot up. So cradle your leg. You can just keep your hand on the left hand on the foot and move it back and forth in front of the chest. If you can bring it into the crook of the arm. Just slide it back and forth. Good. The more you push it towards your left, the more you feel it a little bit into your glutes, and try to bring your leg right against the chest, close to the throat, if you can. Then bring the foot down. Have the edge of the foot in line with the hip, maybe even a little bit further out. Sit a little bit forward, Marichiasana. Keep your left leg extended, right arm up, inhale, reach up, exhale, hinge at the hips, come forward. You want to try to get the shoulder in front of the shin, and then turn your roll the head and shoulder forward, so you can take your hand around, and you can either hold your seat, your other hand on your left seat side of the left hip, or if you can, you reach all the way around and try to clasp your hands from behind your back. Inhale, extend through the crown, exhale, so you can lower your chest down onto the front leg again. Again, those tensions at the base of the spine get longer and longer. Then coming back up, release, try the other leg, right leg in front, and take your left leg up. Again, rock it back and forth. If you have more flexibility, try to have your heel on the same line as the knee. You can bring it into the crook of the arm if you like. Good. And see if you can get your shin to come right against the chest. If you can't, again, it's all perfect. Just keep doing your best. It's the effort that counts. It's not the result. And then bring your foot down, close to the seat, but not too close to the leg. You have to move it out. Have a wide hand span between your foot and your inner thigh. Sit forward a little bit. So your knee should be pointing up. Right knee close to the left shoulder. Left arm up and move forward again. As far forward as possible so the shoulder comes in front of the leg. Roll the head of the shoulder forward and pass your hand around the outside of the body. Right hand goes back as well, and maybe you can join your hands behind your back, or just hold your hips and reach forward. Imagine the body flattening out. Visualize yourself in the pose you're trying to attain. With constant practice, eventually perhaps it will realize. But have no attachment to the result. Just keep on offering up the postures. Offer up your best efforts. And then release. Come back up. Now cross your ankles and stand on your knees. You can roll up your mat if you need to. If you need the extra cushioning, it's all fine. Anchor down through the shins. Place your hands on the seat. So if you, we're doing camel here, Uttanasana. So lean back and bring the right hand onto the heel, left hand on the left heel. If it's too much, if you can't reach, bend the toes under. Bring your hands on the seat, lean back, your shoulders go over the back, behind your feet, and see if you can find your right hand on your heel and your left hand on your heel. And if you like, you can bring your heels together if you're doing this version with your toes bent under. Lock your index, your baby fingers together, and lift your chest. If you're doing Uttanasana, your insteps are flat on the ground. Try to get in either pose, try to get your hips as far forward as possible. Good, allow your head to go back. Nice, lose yourself in the pose. Try to get in your camel pose, your chest higher than the rest of your body. Your head drops all the way down behind you. Now bring your hands back on the seat, one at a time. Push into the seat, pull down at the same time, and then come back up. Release, come down onto your seat. So we'll do Marichiasana or either full or the modified version. So if you can fold your left leg under, so the knee comes in front of the body, the heel on the outside of the right hip, and your right foot can go on the outside of the left thigh. If you can't get both sides of the seat down, you can just extend your left leg. Okay, so either variation. If your leg's extended, move your foot a little bit forward beyond the knee. The right hand behind the back, I'll demonstrate this modified version first. Left arm up, and then bring the forearm against the outside of the right thigh. Inhale, push the lower back up and in. Exhale, revolve around the arm. Look over your right shoulder. Keep your back straight. Keep pushing your lower back up and in. Good, inhale, lift up, and then open up through the chest as you twist. Now feel the twist originating from the base of the hips and keep turning. Imagine you can see right through your skin and see the spine spiraling around itself. Sometimes these visualizations help you to go a little bit deeper into the pose. And then switch sides. So then either extend the right leg and the left foot comes to the outside of the shin, or you fold the right leg under so the heel, make sure you're not sitting on your foot, it's beside your left hip. And then the left foot comes on the outside of the right leg. Inhale, reach the right arm up and go to your left. Push the knee against the shoulder against the knee, or with the up arm, I guess. And then continue to twist. Feel the whole body twisting. It's not just the eyes that turn, it's the whole torso eventually. Push the shoulders back, widen through the heart. That's it. Good. Eventually your chin comes over the back shoulder. And then release. So now we're going to find a way into seated position for Pranayama. A little bit of alternate nostril breathing. So make sure you're seated comfortably. Left hand in Yana Mudra, second finger and thumb connected on the left knee. Right hand, Vishnu Mudra, second, third fingers fold down, turn a palm towards you. This becomes the mudra that we use for the pranayama. The right thumb for the right nostril, right ring finger for the left nostril. Only those two fingers of the right hand. Okay, so the rhythm is 3-12-6. Breathing in through the active side, and then holding for 12. Hold, engage throat and root lock, exhale out through the less active side, and then back the other way. So I'll guide you through it. First, find the active nostril. Bring the right thumb to the right nostril. Breathe in and out through left, and then close off, and then do the same on the other side. So close off the left nostril with the right ring finger. Breathe in and out. See which side feels more open. That is your active side. If they feel the same, default to your left side as your active. I'll demonstrate using the left nostril as the active side. So sit up tall here. Empty the lungs completely. Then close off the less active nostril. Inhale through the active side. 2, 3, hold the breath. Pull both sides of the nose. Hold the attention at the space between the eyebrows. 4, contract the muscles, pull them up towards the navel, chin on the chest. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Exhale through the less active side. 2, 3, 4. Completely empty by the 6 count. 6. Inhale again through the less active side. 2, 3. Raise the chest, then hold the breath, chin right on the chest, third eye attention. Everything stops. All the mind fluctuations, all the body movements and emotions frozen. 10, 11, 12. Exhale out through the active side. 2, 3. Release the locks. 4, 5, 6. Inhale through the active side. Inflate as much as you can, breathe in as much air as you can, then hold the breath, chin on the chest, third eye attention, throat lock, root lock. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Exhale out through the less active side. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Inhale back up through the less active side. 3, hold the breath again. Throat lock, root lock. Keep your mind fixed on a space between your eyebrows. Exhale out through the active side. 3, 4, 5, 6. Do a few more on your own. Just getting a taste of this so you can practice this technique on your own. It's a very effective breathing that helps to calm the mind, prepare for meditation. Next time you breathe out of your active side, conclude. Lie on your back for Shavasana. For a few moments, rest the body. Make your way onto your back. Always move in a conscious, mindful way, a reverent way. Respect the body, which is your vehicle to carry out your mission of spreading love and joy to all beings. Now relax completely. Feel as though the body went completely limp and heavy. All the muscles just all of a sudden released. Drop all the tension out of the body. On the inhale, imagine you're gathering up all the tension, all of it, any negativity as well, anything you want to be rid of. Exhale, just feel it draining right out of the body. Imagine it just funneling out right into the ground. 2 more times. Inhale, breathe in and gather up all the tension, anything, any form of negativity. emotional, mental, physical ailments. Exhale. Again, imagine just draining them right out of the body. One more time, inhale. Gather up all that you do not need, that doesn't serve you in any way, that impedes your ability to remain content, to feel fulfilled and grounded. Exhale, let it all go. Then on the next inhale, bring in the best of the best of the universe. Imagine all the benefits, everything you need coming in, all the qualities you want to cultivate. Exhale, just fill yourself up with it. Allow yourself to be inundated with that goodness. And again, inhale, bring it all in. All that you need to feel complete and connected, one with all beings. Exhale again, fill yourself up with that beautiful energy. One last time, inhale. Draw in the best of the best, attract it to you with as though you're a strong magnet. Exhale. Fill yourself up, your whole being with it, and share it with all beings. Imagine, since God resides within, God resides in all beings, so all beings gain those benefits. Now prepare to carry that out into the world with you. So now make your way back to seated position. Make your way back up gently, gracefully. We'll close the practice together with Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Instill the peace within, send it out to all beings everywhere. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Be receptive to the grace of God. All is within. Namaste. Thank you so very much for joining.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, everybody.
Thank you.
Have a wonderful day. I'm teaching again
Thank
on
you so
Friday.
much, Justine.
You're so welcome. I'm teaching again on Friday at the same time, 4:30 Dharma 1 class. So if you'd like, you can send me your email and I can get you on the list again for this class if you like. So let me know and I'll be happy to practice with you all again. Thank you so much, everybody.
Thank you. Have a lovely evening.
You too.
Bye-bye, everyone. Bye.
Thank you. Much love, everybody.